Hey guys, how's it going? It's Baggins here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 quick tips and tricks you can use to speed up your leveling process in New World. Now, why would you want to speed up your leveling process in the first place? Shouldn't you just enjoy playing through the game, Baggins? Yeah, you should. If you just want to play the game and take it at your own pace, by all means, go for it. But I do think there are a good number of things in this game that encourage you to hit the level cap. For instance, Outpost Rush, you have to be level 60 in order to take part in. 3 of the 6 dungeons currently require you to be level cap or at the level cap in order to run them. Invasions require you to be at least level 50 in order to defend settlements against the corrupted. And finally, as a level cap player, you're going to have more stats, more weapon mastery generally, and you're just going to be more influential on wars when it comes to the player versus player combat. So yeah, I think there are a lot of things that encourage you to be level cap. And if, like me, you're aiming to go for level 60 during the closed beta, just a few days from when this video goes out, here are some quick tips and tricks that you can use to speed up your leveling process. So quite a few things have changed from the preview event to now in the beta. A lot of the methods that were used for leveling up really fast during the preview event last year have changed, but as they have nerfed some experience sources, they've also introduced other ways that allow you to move through the game faster, and the first one is fast travel shrines. So this was something that was added into the game a few months ago. They look like this on the screen. You're going to be able to find them on various locations on the map, but yeah, if you see one of these or this icon on the map, that is a fast travel shrine or an Azoth shrine, and it's worth discovering as many of these as possible. In order to add them to your map so you can fast travel to them, you do actually have to walk into the vicinity of the shrine. It'll pop up on the screen to let you know when that's happened. But yeah, as you are traveling around a tournament, make sure you are discovering these fast travel shrines. They're going to save you a lot of time in the future, so you don't have to run all the way down from one side of the map to the other. Instead, you could just fast travel to a shrine that is close to a quest objective or something like that. Once the closed beta comes out, I will be dropping a video showing you guys the location of all Azoth shrines, all of the fast travel shrines. So if the beta has come out, then make sure you check the video out up there. If the closed beta hasn't come out yet when you're watching this video, make sure you click that subscribe button. You'll get notified when new videos come out. The second piece of advice I can give to you guys is use your secondary weapon for mobility. When it comes to leveling up, as we mentioned with the fast travel shrines, you're going to be spending a lot of time running around the map until you have the Azoth to fast travel. So if you're going to be spending a lot of time running around, it makes sense to run a weapon that would give you good mobility. Now, my personal recommendations would be the hatchet or the rapier. The hatchet in particular I think is very, very good just in terms of a leveling up weapon. It's got some good sustain in it, good damage, and very early on you can get this buff where if you pop Berserk for 15 seconds, you have a 20% increased movement speed. So you can just keep using Berserk as you're moving around the map, and you're going to move around 20% faster. There are also abilities you can use like Feral Rush on the hatchet, or also Flesh or Fletchy, something like that with the rapier. Little dash abilities basically that you can use on cooldown, again, to just move you around the map faster. It may not seem like it's a lot at the time, but if you add this all up over the many hours it will take you to get to level 60, it is actually going to shave off a considerable amount of time in the long run. The second tip that I want to add to this is using a ranged weapon as your main way to kill enemies. You're just going to be much more efficient if you can kill an enemy without needing to walk up to every single one of them. So I recommend the bow in particular. The bow has a good few options in its talent tree and its weapon mastery tree to give you movement speed, or haste as they call it in the game. My third tip is also about moving around the map faster, and it pertains to using your respawn camp as a means to fast travel. So what I mean by this is at some point during your adventures in a tournament, you're going to have to do the main storyline in order to unlock the Azoth staff, which gives you access to expeditions and you can clear portals with it. It is pretty important to get this staff. But yeah, when you're doing the main dungeons, they're going to take you all around the map, and then pretty often you'll have to come back to the quest giver. So you're going to be running like 20 minutes one direction, 20 minutes back again. But what you can do is run, go do the quest, and then choose to kill yourself. So you can go up into the game menu and click the respawn option. You'll die, and then you can choose where you want to respawn, and you can respawn back at your camp, which you placed right next to the quest giver. Now, there's a lot of locations you can do this in. It's kind of just going to take a knack to getting used to it, but definitely one of the big differences in leveling up fast if you do want to speed run New World is to place down your camp and then use it tactically to die and respawn at the location of the camp. Now, every time you die, your gear is going to take a little bit of durability loss, but in the early levels, it really doesn't make that much of a difference. It costs such a small amount of gold to repair your gear, and you're probably going to be changing out your gear every couple levels anyway. My fourth and penultimate tip is to do a lot of skinning while you're leveling up. A lot of people will recommend that you don't bother doing crafting if you're just focused on leveling, and honestly that is good advice. Crafting and gathering, you kind of don't really need to do it as a means to level up, but I do think skinning is worth it. One, because a lot of quests that you're doing and just in general, a lot of your leveling process is going to be killing wolves and killing bears and killing boars, you know, things that you can skin. So you've already done like half the process by killing it. But the reason why you would want to then skin the animal is to raise your skinning level, because you're going to find a bunch of quests in New World will require you to have level 25 skinning, level 50 skinning, and so on and so forth. So yeah, skinning quests are going to give you a good chunk of XP, and they will be pretty easy to do. Skinning, I think, is one of the easiest gathering crafts to level up, and as I say, you're kind of naturally doing it as you play the game anyway, so although it may seem like it's slowing you down, I feel like it will be a net bonus to your XP if you skin as you play the game, up to a certain point anyway. Once you get your skinning to like 75, you probably don't need to do it anymore. Now, my fifth and final tip for leveling up fast in New World is revolving around the expeditions. These are the dungeons in New World, and as you would expect in a lot of other MMOs, there are quests specifically related to doing objectives within the dungeons. Now, you can get these quests from your faction representatives within each town. They're only going to appear at a certain point. I think for the first dungeon, it's recommended that you are level 25, and I believe at around this level, level 25, you're going to see expedition quests offered from your faction representatives. So what I would recommend doing is traveling around Cutlass Keys, Everfall, Windsward, First Light, and pretty much all of the towns that you can visit. Go to them like while you're doing your normal questing route and collect all the expedition quests you can. If you don't see an expedition quest there, you can accept any other quest, cancel it, and then wait maybe about 5 minutes for a new one to appear. Obviously, if you want to be truly efficient, do another quest while you're waiting for those 5 minutes for the next quest to appear. If you're lucky, you got to be able to gather a bunch of different expedition quests from a bunch of different towns, run the dungeon, and then hand in like 6 or 7 quests at the same time for pretty much what will be like a whole level's worth of experience. It's also worth mentioning that the first 3 missions you complete from your faction representatives every day give you a 300% XP bonus, so it's definitely worth making sure you do at least 3 faction quests every day. But to be honest, if you are trying to power level, you got to be running a lot of faction quests anyway. So that's it, guys. Those are my 5 quick tips and tricks for leveling up fast in New World. If you guys have got anything else you'd like to add to this, you think there's some other very, very important piece of information you want to share with the people in the comments down below, let me know. If you are looking for a community to play this game with, you're looking for a company, or you just want to see me go fast, I'll put a link to the stream in the description down below. We're going to be aiming to get level 60 within the first week of playing, and along with that, we're also going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be giving out copies of the game for every 20 levels we hit, so it's going to be exciting to see how quickly we can achieve those milestones. And again, if you want to come say hi, you got any further questions, stream in the description down below. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you go ahead and click the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.